Hey YouTube, welcome to Cruise Cards 101. So cruise cards are like business cards that you hand out to people on a cruise, except that it's not for your work or for your business. It's just a fun way to swap your info with other people on the cruise. First of all, I want to talk about where to get cruise cards, and I highly recommend moo.com, where you can order and design your cruise cards online. And if you use the link in the description below, you can go to refer.moo.com/justjoeyt and get 25% off your very first order of your cruise cards. Now, do you need cruise cards? No, you don't have to have cruise cards, but I think if you're a first-time cruiser, I would definitely recommend getting cruise cards because I think it's just a really fun, novel way when you're meeting new people as a first-time cruiser, or if you're a newer cruiser. It's something just really fun to do and to have. Also, if you're the type that tends to be like a little bit more shy in a social situation where you don't really know a lot of people, I think the fact that you have something that is a potential conversation starter because of like the photo you've chosen for yourself on your cruise cards or some fun fact or info that you put on there, it's a great way to kind of make it easier to break the ice when you talk to people. And I like them, I just think they're fun, right? And the whole point of going on one of these cruises is to have fun, so why not? So what makes a good cruise card? Basically, good cruise cards will do three things. They'll help someone remember who you are, they'll let them get in touch with you, and they'll make you look good. Alright, so let's say you decided to make some cruise cards. So what are the basic cruise card ingredients? What do you need to have on your cruise card? Your name, photos of yourself, contact info, and your stateroom number. These are the 4 critical ingredients for any cruise card. For your name, that's pretty obvious. If you have a nickname, that's fine. If you don't want to put your last name on your cruise card, that's fine. I would put my last name on my cruise cards. For the photo you put on, I would say just go through your photo album, your camera roll, pick at least like 4 or 5 photos of yourself that you like, and then you can have those photos on various designs in your cruise card order. When you design your cruise cards, you're gonna have the ability to make different versions of cruise cards. So maybe you order a pack of like 100 cruise cards, and you're gonna have 4 different designs within that pack of 100. So you get 25 cruise cards with one photo, another 25 cruise cards with a different photo, so you have a variety that you can give out. Next, you wanna put some sort of contact info onto your card so that people can keep in touch with you, if not on the cruise, then at least after the cruise is done. Instagram, Snapchat, OnlyFans, whatever you want. Finally, you put your stateroom number on the card. Now, this is not strictly necessary. I can understand if you don't want people on the cruise to know exactly where your room is on the cruise. But if you do put your number on there, that makes it very easy for someone to be able to reach out to you while they're on the cruise. Because not everyone's gonna have Wi-Fi or internet when they're on the cruise, so they might not be able to message you on their phones or via an app, and you might not have internet or Wi-Fi yourself. But if someone has your stateroom number, every stateroom has a phone, and you just pick up the phone anywhere on the ship and just punch in someone's stateroom number, and it will ring the phone in their room. And if you're not there, they can leave you a message as well. So by having a stateroom number, it basically means that anyone can keep in touch or reach out to you while you're on the ship. Moo has several different shipping options for card orders, but you'll probably want to order and design your cards at least a couple weeks in advance to make absolutely sure they can reach you, and also to save a little bit of money on shipping. However, they also have some expedited shipping options if you don't have as much time. Now, onto some card design tips. Moo offer these half-height mini cards, which is basically half the height of a regular size business card. And I highly recommend those mini size cards instead of the regular size business cards because they're just a lot less clunky to carry around and to give out. And also, they don't resemble a traditional business card, which you probably don't want to give up that business card vibe to people. At least not while you're on vacation. Like I said before, ideally you want to be able to have different designs within your order of business cards, and Moo lets you do that. So think about a few different designs that you want. Again, the best way to leverage this is if you have different photos of yourself, you can have a different photo for each different design of your card. You can also just change up a few other elements, like the color that you use for the font or for the background for the different designs. I'll show you here some cruise cards I made for a cruise a few years ago, and I actually have 4 different designs. And for some of the folks on the cruise, it was kind of sort of like every time they ran into me, they want to get the next different design from me. So for some of the boys, it was almost a little bit like a puzzle. They wanted to like collect all the different designs I have for the different cruise cards. Now, for putting the stateroom number onto your card, you do not necessarily have to hard code it or have it be part of the design when you order the cards. you can actually just leave a blank space on the card and then handwrite the number in later on. The reason you might want to do that is usually the orders come in a minimal of like 100 cards. And for some people, they can easily give out 100 cards. For a lot of people, they may not go through 100 cards in a single cruise. By not hard coding your room number onto the card design themselves, you can actually reuse the cards for different cruises, assuming that all the other information stays the same, right? Like your name, your photo, your contact information, that doesn't usually change, but if you just leave a bit of a blank space in your card design, then you can use the same set of cards for different cruises because you probably have a different room number on each cruise. And before each cruise, you can just grab some of the cards to pack and just write in your room number for that cruise. Alternatively, if you don't think you're gonna give out 100 cards or use all the cards yourself, you can split the order with a friend because you have different designs within the same order. You can have a couple of designs for yourself and then your friend can do some design for themselves with their name and contact information and their photos or whatnot within the same order, and that would save you some money as well. Beyond the 4 basic ingredients, a couple extra things that you could put on there to make your card a little bit more memorable to whoever you give them to would be the city or the area that you're from. Knowing where someone comes from usually makes it more memorable, like if someone is from France or from Austin or from Singapore. So put in the city where you're from. It's not a requirement, but it definitely helps make you more memorable when someone looks at your card. And also, if there's any sort of like fun facts or some wacky symbol or emoji or whatever that you want to put on the card just to make it a little more memorable, go ahead and do that, right? You know, these cards are all about you, right? So anything you want to put on there that makes it more customized and personalized for you and to make it more memorable, more fun, go for it. All right, YouTube, that's a quick Cruise Cards 101 crash course. Hope you enjoyed that. And if you want to design and order your set of cruise cards, use the link down below for Moo.com or go to refer.moo.com/justjoeyt and get 25% off your first order. Until the next video. Bye, YouTube.